Imagine a world where the gods didn't just abandon humanity. They were hunted, slaughtered, and their divine essence harvested to fuel the rise of mortal empires. You are part of a dying race of deities, hiding in the shadows of a world that has forgotten your names, only to find yourself drawn into a conspiracy that threatens to extinguish the last sparks of divinity forever. But when you discover that the mortals who killed your kin are now using your power to build a machine capable of killing God itself, you realize that survival isn't enough. You need vengeance. Welcome to Lost Gods, the first dark, atmospheric, and deeply mythological installment in Brom's epic fantasy saga. If you love fallen deity tropes, grim dark fantasy, and stories that explore the sheer, unadulterated thrill of watching an ancient power reclaim its throne through grit, ingenuity, and superior tactics, this audiobook will completely consume you. It is a masterclass in dark fantasy, blending the visceral horror of divine decay with the profound weight of lost glory. The narrative kicks off with our protagonists awakening from centuries of slumber, thrusting them into a race against time to stop the mortal usurpers before they complete their god-killing engine. The atmosphere is thick with the scent of incense and blood, the hum of forbidden magic, and the creeping dread of knowing that every prayer said in your name could be a trap. Brom excels at capturing the psychological toll of immortality in a world that has moved on, making every tactical maneuver, every resource allocation, and every narrow escape feel like a high-stakes gamble, where the price of failure is not just death, but eternal oblivion. At the core of the book's massive appeal is its spectacular vengeful god trope and the brilliant asymmetric warfare dynamic. This isn't just about casting spells, it's about understanding the complex ecology of faith, managing limited divine energy, and using human ingenuity to outsmart enemies who have superior numbers and technology. Watching the protagonist reverse engineer enemy strategies, craft overpowered gear from rare drops, and completely shock arrogant elites with unconventional, trap-heavy tactics is incredibly satisfying. The audiobook narration brings the visceral impact of the combat and the satisfying chiming ding of a massive level up to life, making every milestone feel like a hard-earned victory. But beyond the stats and the slaughter, the soul of Lost Gods lies in its characters and the heavy burden of integrity. The protagonist isn't just a cold, calculating gamer. They are a deeply human individual, struggling to maintain their humanity in a system that rewards ruthlessness. They quickly form bonds with a beautifully dysfunctional found family of fellow survivors who help them navigate the treacherous waters of the new social order. The banter is razor-sharp, providing much-needed levity as their squad watches them casually calculate the damage output of a coordinated strike. Their unbreakable trust provides the emotional grounding needed when the world starts throwing literal world-ending threats their way. As the plot accelerates towards its climax, the pacing becomes utterly breathless. A major conspiracy or a rival faction's assault forces the protagonist to push their abilities to their absolute limits. The finale is a spectacular display of tactical brilliance, overwhelming magical firepower, and raw, unbridled ingenuity. The protagonist doesn't just survive the assault, they completely shatter the local power scaling, using a ridiculous, highly technical combination of skills and crafting to turn the enemy's ultimate attack into a mere stepping stone. The payoff is spectacular, delivering a massive, dopamine-fueled victory that proves the most dangerous class in the system isn't the one with the biggest sword, it's the one who understands the rules better than anyone else. Lost Gods is a triumph of the LitRPG and fantasy genres. It is smart, action-packed, and unapologetically addictive. Brom has crafted a debut that perfectly captures the thrill of breaking the apocalypse with a stat sheet and a strategy guide. Plug in your headphones, check your stats, and join the climber. The system is live, but his future is bright.